Hey everyone, ready to take a deep dive into the world of AI storage?
Always ready to talk storage.
Well, we know that AI and machine learning are really transforming a lot of industries, right?
Right.
But all that amazing innovation comes with a pretty big appetite for data.
Oh, yeah, definitely a huge appetite.
And that's where things get interesting, right? Because storing and managing all that information, well, that's a whole new ballgame.
It is. We're talking about these massive, massive data sets that can really push traditional storage to its limits.
Okay, so help me understand this. What makes AI storage so different? I mean, we've been storing data for decades, right? Why is AI so special?
Yeah, it's a good question. AI storage, it's all about speed, scale, and features. It's got to have those things.
Okay, so break that down for me a little.
Sure. So imagine you're working with, let's say, a really big image data set, like for medical imaging.
Okay.
Every millisecond counts when you're trying to analyze those images. You want to be able to detect issues, as quickly as possible. Traditional storage systems just weren't really built for that kind of real-time, high-throughput processing.
Right, so it's not just about how much data you can store, it's about how fast you can access it.
Exactly, exactly. Think of it this way. Traditional storage is like taking the scenic route. You're enjoying the scenery, you're taking your time. But with AI, you need to be on the expressway. You need that data moving quickly. And that's where things like high-performance block storage really come into play.
Block storage, okay. I've heard that term thrown around a lot, but to be honest, I'm not really sure I fully understand it.
Sure. So think of block storage as the foundation for speed in AI applications. It basically breaks down the data into these bite-sized blocks and stores them independently. And what this does is it allows for these super fast read and write operations. It's kind of like, instead of having to search through this whole big file for a specific piece of information, you can go directly to the block where that information is stored.
Oh, okay, so it's like a much more efficient way of accessing the data.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so tell me, what kind of hardware are we talking about here that can actually keep up with these insane processing speeds? I mean, AI is known for being, incredibly demanding.
Absolutely. And that's where things like NVMe SSDs, they come in. These are kind of like the Ferraris of the storage world. They can really handle the demands of AI workloads.
Okay, Ferraris, that definitely paints a picture. So give me a real-world example here.
Yeah.
How does this actually play out in, let's say, a field like healthcare?
Sure, let's stick with that medical imaging example. Imagine a doctor needs to analyze a very high resolution 3D scan, like a scan of a patient's brain.
Yeah.
With block storage and these NVMe SSDs, the doctor can access and process those images almost instantly. And that allows for this real-time diagnosis and treatment planning.
Wow, that's incredible. We're talking about potentially, life-saving speed here.
Exactly. It really can make a difference. And we're incredibly proud of the work we've been doing with block storage at Stonefly. We've really been pushing the boundaries to deliver these fast and efficient solutions. If you want to learn more about what we're doing with block storage, you can always visit our website at www.stonefly.com or send us an email at sales@stonefly.com.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about the speed, but let's not forget about the people, right? The researchers, the developers, the teams working together on these AI models. How do we address their needs when it comes to storage? I mean, these projects can be incredibly collaborative.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's where file storage becomes really important. It's all about teamwork. You want to make sure that everyone has access to the data they need at the right time. It's like having a shared workspace where everyone can collaborate.
So no more emailing giant files back and forth.
No, definitely not. No more worrying about, overwriting someone else's work or having version control issues. It's all taken care of.
That's fantastic. So file storage is essential for that kind of active, ongoing collaboration, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great for managing all that structured data that AI teams rely on, whether it's code, training data, or model parameters.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've got the speed covered with block storage. We've got the collaboration covered with file storage. But what about all that data that isn't being actively used? I mean, we're talking about AI, right?
Yeah.
Huge archives of images, videos, sensor data. Where does all that stuff go?
That's a great question, and that's where object storage comes in.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So object storage is kind of like this massive digital warehouse where you can store practically unlimited amounts of data. And the best part, it's incredibly cost effective.
So it's like the cold storage for data, right? You keep it safe and sound until you need it again.
Exactly. And because it's so cost effective, it's perfect for those massive data sets that you don't need to access all the time. Think of like A media company. They might have years of video footage that they need to store for AI analysis. Object storage would be the perfect solution for that.
Makes sense. So we've got these different types of storage, each playing a really important role in the AI lifecycle. But it also sounds like it could get pretty complicated managing all these different systems, right? I mean, you've got your block storage, your file storage, your object storage. Is there a way to simplify things?
There is, and that's one of the most exciting areas in AI infrastructure right now. AI servers with integrated storage.
Oh, okay. Integrated storage, what is that?
So imagine combining high-performance computing with all of those storage options we've been talking about into a single unified system.
Wow. So instead of having all these separate systems for compute and storage, it's
hmm
all in one box.
You got it. It's all about streamlining your workflow and getting rid of those bottlenecks that can slow down your AI projects.
Okay, that's definitely intriguing. Tell me more about how this integrated approach works and what kind of benefits it offers.
It's all about making sure that data can move super fast within the server itself.
Okay.
So we integrate those, those NVMe SSDs
Uh-huh.
for tasks that need that lightning fast access. And we've got the low latency file storage
Right.
for all that collaboration and data management.
Yeah.
But we don't stop there.
Okay.
We also make sure that our systems can scale really easily, as your AI projects grow.
Yeah, they need to grow, right? So that's great. So no more data traffic jams. Even when you're dealing with these massive, I mean, AI is known for huge data sets, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty impressive. But it also kind of makes me think about security,
Oh.
especially with all this talk about speed and access and streamlining things. How do these integrated solutions, how do they handle that whole security piece?
Yeah, that's a really important point. We know that AI data is a huge target for cyber attacks, right?
Right.
So security is built right into the design of our integrated servers.
Okay.
So for example, we offer immutable storage.
Immutable storage.
Yeah, it means that once that data is written, it can't be altered or deleted, even by administrators.
Oh, wow. So it's like a digital vault. Like even the best hacker can't get in there.
Exactly. Yeah, immutable storage is a really powerful layer of protection against threats like ransomware. So your AI projects are protected even if there is some kind of breach.
Okay, that's good to know. That makes me feel better. But let's talk about costs, too. We all know that AI projects can be really resource intensive,
Yeah.
and storage is a big part of that. So how do these integrated solutions address the challenge of keeping costs under control?
Well, we've implemented something called automated storage tiering. And this is designed to balance that, to balance performance with cost.
Yeah.
So imagine a system that can monitor how your data is actually being used
Right.
and automatically move it to the most cost-effective tier.
Okay, so the data that you need right away, that stays on the fast track,
Yeah, huh?
but the stuff that you're not using as often,
Yeah.
that gets, kind of put on the back burner a little bit to save on costs.
Exactly.
Got-
It's like an intelligent traffic manager for your data.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like these integrated solutions, I mean, they're really designed to, to make life easier for those IT teams.
Yeah.
But I've got to admit, all this talk about high-performance computing and automated tiering, it sounds a little complicated, to be honest.
I know it sounds that way, but you'd be surprised.
Okay,
One of the best things about this approach is actually how simple it is to manage.
okay.
We've designed our systems with this really intuitive, unified management interface,
Yeah.
so you can control everything from one place, one dashboard.
Okay, so no more jumping between different systems, trying to figure out, a bunch of different interfaces and how they all work together.
Exactly. No more to that.
It's all about keeping it simple, making it easy for you to monitor performance, configure everything. We even have really great troubleshooting tools. We want our users to be able to focus on their AI work, not get bogged down with all those complicated IT tasks. And, we've gone a step further, and we made sure that our systems work seamlessly with all the popular AI frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel or, spend a lot of time on integrations.
So it's plug and play.
Exactly, plug and play.
It's fantastic.
You can focus on those AI projects and know that your storage is all set. And if you want to find out more about how we can make your life easier,
Yeah.
head over to stonefly.com or shoot us an email at sales@stonefly.com.
Great. Okay, well, it sounds like we've covered a lot of ground here from the different types of storage. Yeah.
To the benefits of these integrated solutions and how they can really impact security and costs and even, make things easier to manage. So as we kind of wrap up this part of our deep dive, What are some key takeaways that our listeners should really keep in mind as they're navigating the world of AI storage?
The biggest one is that AI workloads, they're different. They have these unique needs that traditional systems just can't meet.
Okay.
So whether it's speed, scalability, or those special features we talked about, you have to pick the right storage if you want to be successful with AI.
Right. It's not one size fits all.
No, definitely not.
We need the right tool for the job.
Absolutely. And remember, we talked about block storage, file storage, and object storage.
Right.
They all have a really important role to play, and you need to, you need to think about all of them when
Yeah.
you're putting together your AI infrastructure.
Right. You need the block storage for that, real-time processing, the file storage to keep those teams working together, and the object storage for all those massive archives. It's like building a well-rounded team, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a great team. And of course, we can't forget about those integrated servers that bring it all together in one system.
Yeah, that's a game changer for sure. It's amazing to think how all of these advancements are really shaping the future of AI.
Absolutely.
But before we get too, ahead of ourselves and start thinking about flying cars,
Yeah.
I'd love to get your take on the practical side of things. What advice would you give to someone who's ready to start using AI today? I mean, where do they even begin?
Well, the first thing you got to do is really think about what you're trying to achieve with AI.
Okay.
What are your goals? What kind of workloads are you going to be running?
Right.
And you got to think about the data itself, right?
Okay.
What kind of data are we talking about here? Is it images, video, text?
Right.
And how fast does it need to be processed? Do you need real-time processing, or is batch processing okay?
Makes sense.
And of course, budget is always a factor, right?
Yeah, of course, always.
So once you have a good understanding of your needs, then you can start looking at different storage solutions.
Okay, so it's kind of like building a house, right? You need those blueprints before you start laying the foundation.
Exactly. And that's where we can really help.
Okay.
At Stonefly, we have a whole portfolio of AI storage solutions, something for everyone, really.
So whether you're a small company just starting out with AI or a large enterprise, you've got something for them.
We do, absolutely. We're really passionate about helping organizations get the most out of AI, and we believe that that starts with having the right storage.
This has been a really fascinating look at AI storage.
It has.
I mean, we've talked about the challenges, the different types of storage, those integrated solutions. We even touched on security and cost optimization. But, before we wrap things up, I'm curious, what does the future hold for AI storage? What are the things on the horizon that really have you excited?
Oh, that's a great question. One of the things we're really excited about is AI-powered storage.
AI-powered storage, okay.
Yeah. So imagine a system that can actually use AI to optimize, well, everything.
Wow.
Data placement, predict issues. It's like having a super intelligent assistant managing your entire storage infrastructure.
That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, it's pretty amazing. And it makes sense, right? I
Yeah.
mean, AI is transforming everything. Why not storage, too?
Right. Okay, so AI-powered storage, that's the next big thing.
It is. And we're really investing a lot in research and development to bring those solutions to our customers.
That's pretty exciting.
It is. It's really exciting stuff. Systems that can learn and adapt, optimize data flow, even predict when hardware is about to fail.
That's incredible.
It is.
Okay, so for our listeners who are ready to, dive into AI today, what would you recommend as a first step?
Well, the best thing to do is reach out to the experts. We have a team at Stonefly. We can help you assess your needs, design the right solution. We'll be there every step of the way. We want to be your partner on this journey.
That's a great point. Sometimes you need a guide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're dealing with something as complex and as powerful as AI. And for those who want to learn more about Stonefly and the solutions that you offer, where can they go?
Head over to our website, stonefly.com, or send us an email at sales@stonefly.com. We're always happy to chat and answer any questions.
It's been a real pleasure talking to you today. Thank you for sharing your expertise with our listeners.
It's been a pleasure. I always enjoy talking about AI and storage.
And to our listeners, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into AI storage. We hope you found it informative and inspiring. The future of AI is happening right now. And with the right storage, the possibilities are, well, limitless. For further information about our appliances, contact us at sales@stonefly.com or visit our website at www.stonefly.com. And until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating. We'll see you then.